Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. About me and Sandeep Bhushan and my credentials are I have 10 years of teaching experience for civil services. I teach international relations and internal security and analysis of the Hindu newspaper. And my session will be, this session will be in regards to I will help you to crack prelims and mains, focusing on the keywords and the key phrases. As my tagline is emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases. So definitely from the newspaper, I would make sure that I would be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases, which will be very useful for identifying the factual and analytical questions. Identifying the factual and analytical questions from the prelims point of view. So definitely I would be making you equipped to identify or to emphasize the keywords and the key phrases, wherein therefore you can identify the factual and analytical question from range point of view. And while we are getting into the mode of emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases, we will actually have a better understanding about the answer writing in regards to the mains point of view. Answer writing in regards to the mains point of view, wherein you will get into the mode of imbibing the keywords and the key phrases, which will be very useful for the mains, so that your answer would be more impressive and you would score more marks even in the mains examinations. And thereby my session will definitely help you to crack prelims and mains 2020, as well as the one who is also giving an attempt even in the 2021. But prior to that, you have a notification in regards to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English, which is India's largest learning platform. And once you get subscribed to Unacademy, you will have the unlimited live and recorded courses from the India's best educators. And the other privileges what you get once you get subscribed are the daily live classes, live tests and quizzes, structured courses, and unlimited access to the live and recorded courses. And these are the educators at Unacademy, which you can also see it on your screen. And in regards to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English, Unacademy has come up with the various courses like economy, history, current affairs, and all what you can also see it on your screen. Along with that, you have the essay writing, practice and strategy, social issues, and all the screen which you can also see it on your screen. And in regards to the Let's Crack UPSC CSE English subscription, you have 12-month subscription and 24-month subscription. 12-month subscription, the original price is 40,000, and 24-month subscription, the original price is 48,000. So you can make sure that it is always recommended to go ahead with subscribing. That is in regards to Let's Crack UPSC CS English for 24 months, wherein the original price is 48,000. You can subscribe using my code SBT10, that is Sandeep Bhushan Thummala 10, where you'll get 10% off on the 48,000, that is on the original price, and the discounted price would be 43,200. So it's always recommended to go ahead with the 24-month subscription, because you will be effective, you in the sense the civil servant aspirants will be effectively paying the amount which is only for 13 months, that is 12 months plus 1 month. 12 months the original price is 40,000, 1 month the original price is 8,000. So altogether put together the price for the 24-month subscription is 48,000. So you will have the 24-month subscription only with the amount you would be paying with 13 months. So do take the advantage or the privilege which is being offered by Unacademy to all the civil servant aspirants in regards to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English subscription. Do not forget to use my code, that is SBT10 Sandeep Bhushan Thummala, wherein you will get additional 10% discount on the 48,000, and the discounted price would be 43,200. So do take the maximum benefit of Unacademy. And today's session is in regards to the analysis of the Hindu newspaper, wherein, as I said, I would be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases, which will be very useful for the prelims as well as mains examination. Before I get into the analysis of the Hindu newspaper, I would say a very good morning to all the viewers who are watching live and also who are in the live chat. Very good morning to all. Hemant, Kanika Singh, Shravani Stravs, Sudarshanam Shanmugam, very good morning to you. Kanika Singh, are you new? Is it for the first time you are attending my class? Shravani and Kanika, I think if I'm not wrong, you are attending for the first time my classes. And when are you giving an attempt? Is it 2020 or 2021 or else later on? and Hemant is also is a regular live chat. Sudarshanam is also regular. Kanika Singh and Stravani. Very good morning, and please let me know when you are giving an attempt. And the news, what you have in today's newspaper is wherein it says that stay more vigilant than ever against COVID-19 threat. That is what our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made a statement in the Mann Ki Baat saying that Indians have to be more vigilant than ever against the COVID-19 threat. Okay, Madhu has also joined. Very good morning to you, Madhu. Venkateshwar Rao Ganeshetti has also joined. Very good morning to you all. Good morning to you all. And Shravan is our second time, so very good. So you're all aware of how the prelims questions could be from. That is why I'm emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases, wherein you will also be very much would be advantage from my class. Srihari S. Pillai has also joined. Very good morning to you. And the Malvika Sajivan has also joined. Very good morning to you all. Saket Patak has also done. Saket, very good morning to you. Good morning, Saket. Uh, okay, fine. Pavani, all the best for your exam for the 2020. Definitely, my session will be very, very helpful in regards to your prelims as well as mains examination also. Because I would be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases, wherein UPSC will definitely focus on this. My first attempt in 2020, sir. Okay, now you will be giving an attempt, so definitely it will be beneficial. My sessions will be beneficial for you, because what is that I keep on emphasizing is the keywords and the key phrases from the newspaper, so that you also, while you're preparing for the exam, while you're reading and while you're preparing for various other topics or subjects, you can also imbibe the same kind of techniques which you feel it is appropriate. And getting into that, Neo says Mr. Modi, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has come up in his address to the nation, that is in the Mann Ki Baat, that we should not be careless. So definitely he is focusing on that. We should not be careless, and we have to maintain the social distancing and the protocols, as there is no vaccine to combat the disease as of now. So as of now, as there is no vaccine to combat the disease, so definitely we have to be very vigilant. We have to follow the social distancing. We have to maintain the guidelines and the protocols, so that we can make sure that we are at least making sure that the mortality rates and the morbidity and the mortality rates are reduced. And he also spoke about, the Prime Minister also spoke about the humanitarian crisis over interstate workers. So definitely I was emphasizing right from the beginning that how the situation would follow. So I did mention that initially it was health crisis. I did make this point in various lectures right from March third week. I was saying health crisis has first erupted, and then with the economic crisis, and then the third one, what I said was the labor crisis, which will definitely, now it's the cause of concern. And I did make a mention even then itself that the next one would be humanitarian crisis. So definitely this is how we need to keep on emphasizing, or keep on forecasting what could happen because of XYZ situation. So definitely, as our Prime Minister has also made a very good statement that uh, in the Mann Ki Baat, that a large humanitarian crisis over interstate workers. So definitely humanitarian crisis has erupted in the interstate workers. And I did come up in my previous lectures also in regards to the interstate migrant workers. You can also follow these sessions, interstate migrant workers, wherein I have focused, or I have explained about the labor laws. So definitely our Prime Minister has also mentioned about the Ayushman Bharat Universal Health Insurance Scheme. So this is, whenever he has mentioned this, definitely we have to make sure that Ayushman Bharat Universal Health Insurance Scheme is also important for this keyword. So again, I am emphasizing on the Ayushman Bharat Universal Health Insurance Scheme, which is the keyword here. So definitely you have to focus on the Ayushman Bharat Universal Health Insurance Scheme for the prelims point of view, which could be based on the COVID-19 or the COVID-19 pandemic situation, a question which could be framed on the scheme, welfare schemes on the health insurance scheme, could be that Ayushman Bharat Universal Health Insurance Scheme. So definitely UPSC might focus, I'm saying UPSC might focus on the, not exactly on the COVID-19 pandemic, but which the government is actually focusing on the health insurance scheme. So definitely, as it is mentioned even in the Prime Minister Man Ki Baat also, so definitely there is a reason that you need to focus on the Ayushman Bharat Universal Health Insurance Scheme. Definitely could be a possible, because this covers 1 crore beneficiaries across the nation, and 80% of them are from the rural areas, and 50% are from the are the women. So definitely this is what is being looked at, and you as a civil servant aspirant have to look at this in the way the UPSC might frame the questions. So this here the keyword is Ayushman Bharat Universal Health Insurance Scheme is the keyword wherein you need to focus from this news item. And definitely there are new cases which is a cause of concern. Again, 8,562 new cases have been reported in India, and then 219 death cases. And as per the state health departments, the tally has increased to 1,97,000, so close to 2 lakhs of the number of cases, and the fatality is that the death cases is 5,400, which is a cause of concern. Saket Pathak says correct, sir. Okay, very good. You have been saying, yeah. And we will look at this another news which talks about indefinite, or else, just a moment. So Ayushman Bharat Universal Health Scheme has to be definitely looked at, or you need to focus on, or at least make, what do you say, couple of notes from the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Arogya Yojana. Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Arogya Yojana, wherein it will be very, very important for prelims point of view. So we will also look at indefinite lockdown is more harmful. So experts have made a statement in regards to the indefinite lockdown. So definitely the continuous lockdown is also not good. What the experts say, that is in regards to the recommendations made by the health practitioners or researchers or academics to the government, have made it very clear that the indefinite lockdown, or else, what do you say, a national lockdown for a number of months, or a extending for a couple of months is not at all good, or it is harmful, what the expert says. And what they say is that a panel has to be set up, health expert panel has to be set up both in the center and the state, so that we can make sure that all the health and humanitarian crisis, so this is very important, health and humanitarian crisis can be handled, or can be, what do you say, handled in a appropriate manner. So the health experts have made it very clear that we have to make sure that there are panels which have been set up in regards to the health. And then it is very, very important, as the health experts and social scientists are saying, that there has to be a panel set up at the center and the state. And then we need to have a very comprehensive data, so that we can go ahead with more of tests, and nationwide lockdown needs to be replaced. So this is what they say, it has to be replaced with cluster specific restrictions. So this is a new keyword again, cluster specific restriction is a new keyword, wherein the experts have come up, rather than the national lockdown we have to come up with the cluster specific restrictions. So we need to identify which are the regions which are containment areas or red zones, and then we need to go ahead with the lockdown, or we need to go ahead with the indefinite lockdown only when there is, or when there are cluster specific restriction. And then the primary and the secondary tertiary can be started with adequate protection. So definitely the primary, secondary and tertiary healthcare has to be, what do you say, restarted, or it has to be again get into practice, so that the outpatient departments, OPD, the outpatient departments have to be taken into consideration. That is what the experts also say, that rapid scaling of public health services has to be. And then definitely this is a need of the hour, that is 5% of GDP to the health. This is very, very important. I have been saying this because the government of India today is only 0.86 percentage, or close to only 1.1 percentage, 0.86 percentage, and our prime minister has promised that he will increase this to 2.5 percentage by 2022. Our prime minister has promised that the GDP allocation of GDP to health expenditure. He promised that it would be 2.5 percentage by 2022. As of now, it is 0.86, or you can take it as 1 percentage of the GDP. But what is required as per the experts, what they say is 5 percentage. 5 percentage of GDP to expenditure at the central and state level is very, very important. And this is again very important for what is a prelims factual data. And extensive surveillance should be conducted in SARI and ILI. So what do you mean by SARI and ILI? This is very important, could be again a very important, what is a keyword for prelims factual, for prelims factuals, that is SARI and ILI. So we will definitely look at that. SARI is SARI, so there has to be, what the expert says is, there has to be an extensive surveillance in regards to the SARI and ILI. So SARI is what it is. You have heard about SARS, but it is SARI. SARI is severe acute respiratory illness. So tests have to be conducted for severe acute respiratory illness, not for syndrome. S is for syndrome. SARS. SARS, if we talk about, S is syndrome. But here SARI, I is illness. So whoever has this severe acute respiratory illness, even those people have to be, what do you say, they have to go, they have to identify them, and then they have to make sure that they go ahead with the testing. And ILI. What is ILI? It is influenza. It is influenza like illness. Influenza like illness. So these are the two one wherein the testing has to be conducted, and this is what is been made very clear. But extensive surveillance has to be conducted by the expert, what they say. And in SARI and then ILI, these both are very important keyword for the prelims point of view. SARI is severe acute respiratory illness. It could be which among the following is incorrect in regards to SARI. So instead of illness, the UPSC might, what do you say, give it I illness, rather illness anything else, but it is only severe acute respiratory rather than syndrome. It is illness. ILI is influenza like illness. And the governments need to support free testing for private labs. So this is what the expert says. So this could be again a prelims question, which could be part of the one of the statement wherein experts also what they have recommended, experts recommending to the government, to tackle the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, before I get into the next point, Saket says bottom to top approach will be more efficient. Yes, that is from local level government to central government, step by step reporting, because ground reality needs to be escalated. Definitely, definitely. Yes, very good. Because that is what now the importance is, that at every level in India, in regards to the administration, every level of the administration across the country have to be, what you say, in coordination, in tandem, making sure that they are actually reporting the news, the actual information has to be passed to the district administration, and then again to the state administration, again to the central government, or else to the health ministry, or else in regards to the ICMR and to the PMO. So definitely it has to be in coordination with the local level governments to the state level, and then in regards to the central level government. Very well said, Saket. Very well said. And then Siddharth has also joined. Johan also has joined. Very good morning to both of you. Siddharth and Johan, very good morning. And then Madhu says, if private labs are involved in the testing, then India can go with massive testing, sir. Yes, definitely. That is what the experts have made it very clear, that the testing have to be, I mean, the government has to support the need to testing for, as I mean, in regards to the free testing in private labs. So once that is done, definitely we can make sure that the morbidity and mortality will come down. Definitely, that is, in fact, number of infected people, number of death will definitely come down, will definitely come down. And that is what the experts have made it very clear. And we will look into the other news, that is in regards to the amendment on new map table in Nepal Parliament. So we have, this news is almost since fortnight, and we have seen that definitely there is an issue in regards to the land boundary agreement, between land boundary dispute between India and Nepal, and we have seen the main bone of contention is, or was, Kalapani, and because of this another two areas are all have also come into existence, and then Nepal has come up with the new, or Nepal's new political map. Nepal's new political map they have come up, and in the new political map they have added Kalapani, Limpi, or else I write here first, Limpi Yadura, Kalapani and Lipu Lake. So definitely the three regions are included in the Nepal's territory, part of the new political map of Nepal. So all these three have been included or added a part of the Nepal territory, and then they have come up with the new political map. So this is the, what is a cause of concern. What is the cause of concern? Because amendment on new map tabled in Nepal Parliament. So once it attains the constitutional status, so definitely it will be part of the, what you say, which is agreed by the people of Nepal itself. So that is the cause of concern for India. And Saket says exactly, testing is still not on the rate which is required. Definitely, yes, yes. And in regards to this, the Nepal government has tabled the constitution amendment bill. So what is important for prelims point of view is constitutional amendment bill is the key word wherein you need to keep focus on this. It could be part of the current affairs question in regards to the international relations. In regards to the international relations, it could be the part of the UPSC questions framed on current affairs, international relations. So this is a keyword. What is a keyword here? We need to, or I am emphasizing here, is the constitutional amendment bill. Why they have come up with the constitutional amendment bill? To formalize. That means to make sure that it is officially that the three regions, that is Limpi Yadura, Kalapani and then Lipu Lake Pass, all the three regions will be officially the countries, that is Nepal's new political map, and this which claims part of India as its territory. So definitely this is a cause of concern. So what is important is, please do understand, the civil servant aspirant, everyone, the constitution amendment bill which authorizes or formalizes the country's new political map, that is including the Limpi Yadura, Kalapani and Lipu Lake. And then who has introduced the bill? Nepal's Minister of Law, Justice and Parliamentary Affairs. So Nepal Minister's Law, Justice and Parliamentary Affairs Minister has, what you said, tabled it. That is Shiva Maya Tumbangmempe. So this person has introduced, that is the Minister of Law, Justice and Parliamentary Affairs have introduced the, or tabled the bill, that is Constitution Amendment Bill. And this Constitution Amendment Bill is the second Constitution Amendment Bill, which is very, very important. And this has been introduced or tabled, that will make changes to the Scheduled 3 of the Nepal constitution. Why? To replace the existing map with the new political map which was unveiled on May 20. So definitely the constitution amendment bill, now this is the second constitution amendment bill which is part of the, or which will change the or amend the Scheduled 3 of the Nepal constitution. Schedule 3 of Nepal constitution. This is again very important keyword for prelims point of view. It will amend the which among the following schedules of the Nepal constitution. It is Schedule 3 of the Nepal constitution, whereby it will replace the existing map with the new political map which has been come up with on May 20, and the one which are been included are, as I said, Limpi Yadura, Lipu Lake and Kalapani are part of it. So definitely it is very, very important. This is what you need to look at, that there could be a possibility that the question could be framed in regards to the current affairs. Which among the following statements are incorrect in that? So which is the Constitution Amendment Act which has been tabled? It is the second constitutional amendment bill, and then it is part of, it will change what? It will change the, or it will amend the Scheduled 3 of the Nepal constitution. It will schedule the, amend the Schedule 3 of the Nepal constitution. And what is important is here that the government which is now in Nepal is NCP, Nepal Communist Party. Fine. So the head of it, or the Prime Minister, is KP Sharma Oli. KP Sharma Oli. So being the Nepal Communist Party, definitely we, as I have discussed, that it is that he has very good association with China, no doubt about it, because we have seen in the 2015 when there was definitely a kind of the relation between India and Nepal have drastically have been impacted negatively because of the Nepal's constitution, which has come into existence in September 2015. So then what was the concern is there was a lot of agitation because Madhesis did not like the way the Nepal constitution has given importance to the Madhesis, and thereby they have gone ahead with the agitation, and then later on again in the September of 2015 that amendments were made. But the Prime Minister, that is KP Sharma Oli, is the NCP, that is National Communist Party. But what is that is the support has come from the Nepal Congress. Nepali Congress itself, the support has come. So definitely the Nepali Congress is dead against, or they are in tough fight with the Nepali Communist Party politically in Nepal. But in regards to the constitutional status for the new political map, the Nepali Congress have extended support to the Prime Minister, that is KP Sharma Oli government. This is the cause of concern, and the diplomatic commentators have maintained, or they have, what do you say, made a point or made a message or given a message saying that the constitutional second amendment bill will be a setback to the bilateral ties, will be a setback to the bilateral ties or bilateral talks, because the constitutional second amendment bill will formalize new territorial disputes with India, will formalize the new territorial dispute. So definitely the making sure that the formalizing of the new territorial dispute will take place because of the constitutional second amendment bill, and this is the cause of concern for India. And I'll just again make a point, for the one who are watching it for the first time, that our Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has inaugurated the 80-kilometer stretch road from Darchula to Lipu Lake, which will connect the Mount Kailash, or in regards to Kailash Manasarovar Yatra. So definitely this was the cause of concern, and this is again, once the constitutional second amendment bill becomes active, or it will formalize the new territorial dispute, this is the cause of concern. Yeah, I'll just look at what Siddharth is. What is the difference between constitutional body and unconstitutional? Constitutional body is what, wherein the entire two-third of the majority of the Nepal's parliament has approved it, and that is what the concern. When the Nepal Congress has also supported or extended a support to NCP, that means the government of the day, that is KP Sharma Oli's government, has got the entire constitutional support, that to go ahead with the two-third majority, two-third majority. So constitutionally, that is the parliament has approved it. When the parliament has approved it, that means the entire country is with the Nepal's new political map. Siddharthan, I think you are getting the point. Constitutional body is by the two-third majority, which is in the parliament, approved by the parliament. Siddharthan, I think you are getting the point. And then now this is the new political map. Whatever we have taken, this one, the dotted lines are the actually this was the area of the original Nepal. Original Nepal is the boundary. This is the Kali river. This is the Kali river, which is the natural boundary between Nepal and then Uttarakhand, that is India. Nepal, and or else you can take it as Sudar Paschim Pradesh of Nepal and Uttarakhand of India. But what the new political map has come up is that the Limpi Yadura Pass, as I am saying that Limpi Yadura Pass here, and then Kalapani here, and then the Lipu Lake. So these three have been included, or area claimed by Nepal, and it is part of the now the new Nepal political map. And this, by the constitutional second amendment bill, it formalizes the territorial dispute between India and Nepal, between India and Nepal. And what they say is the Kali river, they say the Kali river actually originates from Limpuyadura. So they are taking into consideration of the east of Kali river. East of Kali river will be considered as the boundary between the Nepal and India. So east of Kali river would be extending up till here, this point. So the mountains, the mountain ranges of the Limpuyadura is the one wherein the Nepal says, wherein the Nepal experts say that the originating of the Kali river, originating of Kali river is in Limpuyadura. So that is why they consider Limpuyadura and then Kalapani and Lipu Lake. They consider now this as the new political map. I think you all are getting it. So I've taken this for the benefit of the civil servant aspirants so that the pictorial representation would be firmly fixed in your mind, so that if it is given in regards to the geography map based question also in the prelims, you will be very comfortable in answering the question even in the prelims if it is given in regards to map base. So Limpuyadura is here, Kalapani and then Lipulek Pass. And then SpaceX spacecraft docks with ISS. So this, we have seen that SpaceX spacecraft has been successfully taken off by the rocket, that is the Falcon. So again, this is very important for prelims in regards to the SNT. In regards to the SNT is very important. SNT, it is very important from prelims point of view. The SpaceX Dragon spacecraft. So the name of the SpaceX spacecraft is name of the spacecraft is SpaceX, which is the name is Dragon, with two NASA astronauts. So two NASA astronauts have been part of the spacecraft, and they have been, or it has been successfully docked. What do you mean by docked? Docked is it has joined or it has stopped at the ISS. What is ISS? Again, International Space Station, and this is an historical launch which has been launched from the Kennedy Space Center. Again, this is very important for prelims point of view. So from which place is you need to identify, and the SpaceX, the name of the SpaceX is you need to, the spacecraft, name of the spacecraft is you need to know from the prelims point of view. And then it has docked, where it has docked, it is the ISS, that is International Space Station. And then this is the first commercial space. And then if you look at the rocket, which is the rocket which has been used, it is the Falcon. So these are the areas wherein you need to focus. And who are the two astronauts, that is in regards to the Bob Behnam, 49 years, and then the second one is Doug Hurley. So that is the two astronauts is also question mark. So these, whatever I put question marks, are the one which are important for the prelims point of view. So you need to look at these. So the place from where it has been taken off, historical launch, Kennedy Space Center in Florida, and the name of the spacecraft is the SpaceX Dragon. And then it was where it has been, or you say taken off, or it has been docked. It has been docked at the International Space Station. And then it is the first commercial space travel. First commercial space travel. And who is the, or you say the head of it is the Elon Musk. Who heads the SpaceX? Who heads the SpaceX is also question. That is the Elon Musk is the, and he is also CEO of any guesses? CEO of any guesses? CEO of any guesses? Tesla. Tesla company. Cars. Tesla cars. So he is also CEO of the Tesla. So the owner of the SpaceX X company, which is the first commercial space travel, is Elon Musk. And who are the two astronauts? It is Bob Behnam, 49 years, and Doug Hurley. And then which is the rocket? Rocket is Falcon. So this way you need to, what do you say, frame that it will be useful for the prelims point of view. And in regards to the, with the liftoff, that is SpaceX became the first private company to launch people. That is the first time the astronauts, or the people, are part of the private company, that is which has been launched, and it has been docked to the ISS, that is International Space Station. And the earlier three governments. This is again very important for the prelims point of view. So the launch of the vehicle and which has been docked to the ISS earlier was done, and this time it is the first time that a private company is doing it on launch, and earlier the three governments have done it, three government have done it, that is USA, Russia and then China. So definitely again this is very important for prelims point of view. And then NASA is also coming up with a new program, that is Artemis, and this is very important and a keyword which will be very useful for prelims as well as mains examination, mains 2020 also. We can also make it very clear along with the SpaceX, that is a private company launch which has taken up. The NASA is also coming up with, because it has been launched by the NASA from the Kennedy Space Research Center, and then NASA is also coming up with the new program which will be, what do you say, launched in 2024, that is called as Artemis program. Artemis program. So US is going ahead with exploring the lunar surface, that is moon surface, and it will send the first woman and the next man onto the moon in the year 2024, and that program is called as Artemis program, and this is a keyword which is very important for prelims as well as mains examination. And this, if you look at this, I have taken this for the benefit of the civil servant aspirants who are all watching my video or this session. So this Dragon, this is the, just a minute. So as I said, SpaceX Dragon spacecraft. So this name of the spacecraft is Dragon and the rocket is Falcon. So definitely the rocket, this one is a Falcon and this is SpaceX. And then it is name of it is Dragon. So Dragon has been, so this is the International Space Station where it has docked here, when it has fixed here. So here you call it as docked. Docked is, it is joined, it has joined. So it has joined here, and we have seen the other one, that is in regards to Colombo, and then Destiny here, this one, and then Harmony, Kibo, and then Tranquility, Note 3, which are all part of the spacecraft which have been docked to the ISS. These which have been all docked to the ISS, International Space Station. So this is very important in regards to the prelims point of view, especially focusing on the SNT for prelims. Yes. Saket has also written, so if Nepali Congress has extended its support to communists, then it can be considered that is more of Chinese interference. Yes, that is what. Yes, Saket, sorry, I haven't looked at it. I've just looked at it now. Yes, definitely it is very important that it is a cause of concern now for India, because by the second constitutional amendment bill, it is formalizing the new territory, as well as the one which is really concerning India is that the Nepali Congress has supported the NCP, that is KP Sharma Oli government, to go ahead with two-third majority of formalizing the Nepal's new political map. That is a cause of concern. Yes, very well said, Saket. Yes, very well said. And that is the need of that the government of India has to make sure that it focuses on trying to resolve the issues bilaterally, diplomatically also, or else it will be a very great concern. And then you have another news which talks about Trump postpones G7 summit. So definitely Trump is going ahead with a different kind of intentions, because definitely keeping in mind the November 2020 US presidential elections. Keeping in mind the November 2020 US presidential elections, Trump is going ahead with various measures or various changes which in regards to his foreign policy, America's foreign policy. America's foreign policy, if you look at, there are various changes which are being taken up in regards to America's foreign policy. It could be in regards to the trade or in regards to the defense. If you look at, if it is in regards to all this trade, defense, especially focusing, it is going ahead with a lot of changes to its foreign policy. So we have looked at, Donald Trump has said that he would postpone the G7 summit. He would postpone this G7 summit, which he feels that it would take place in the month of September or later. Why? Because he wants to expand it. The main important keyword here is for the, again, for prelims IR, for prelims IR point of view, for prelims IR point of view, what is the keyword is he wants to expand the G7 summit. So he wants to invite the countries that includes Australia, Russia, South Korea and India. And these four countries, please make sure that you keep a track of it, because that is what the US president is wanting to invite the four countries, that it could be part of your prelims questions. So ARSKI, ARSKI, ARSKI. You can just look at it, you can keep what do you say, uh, just write it and then remember it as which countries were invited by Donald Trump for the G7, because he wanted to expand the G7. ARSKI, ARSKI. You can just what do you say? Go ahead with the abbreviation or acronym saying that ARSKI. That is Australia, Russia, South Korea, and India. And then he says that G7 is very outdated group of countries. So definitely, as he feels that it is an outdated, he wants to expand, and he is inviting the countries, that is Australia, Russia, South Korea, and India. Definitely, there behind the mind there could be that November 2020 US presidential elections, which is running behind the mind of Donald Trump. And Russia was, we know that actually Russia was part of the G8. Later on, G8 has become G7. Why? We will look at why G8 has become G7. Because in the year 2014, Russia has taken over the Crimea region. Russia has taken over the Crimea region or the peninsula. This is the peninsula region of Ukraine in the what do you say, European. So that Ukraine Crimea was part of Ukraine, but most almost 60 to 70% of the 60 to 70% of the Crimea population are Russian or they speak Russia. So definitely the Russian Federation have taken over Crimea into Russian Federation from the Ukraine. So when it has been done, so Russia was expelled from the G8 countries and it was what you say as G7 countries when US President was Barack Obama. So definitely the G8 was brought down to G7 again. Now G7, what the US president is wanting to make sure that he is inviting the at least four countries, so it would be G11 if the four countries are part of it, and group of seven which are what you say international governmental economic organization. This is economic organization. So all the countries which are in regards to the consisting of several or seven largest IMF advanced economies. So these G7 are the advanced economies in the world, and which are they? Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, United States, and then United Kingdoms and United States. So Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, UK, and US. Along with that, it was earlier even Russia was there, but because of the Russia taking over Crimea from the Ukraine, Russia was suspended from the G8 summit, and then later on it is called as G7. And what is G7? These G7 countries are the advanced economies in the world, or they are consisting of the seven largest IMF, International Monetary Fund. So this is again very very important in regards to the prelims point of view. So definitely you have to make sure that how the questions could be framed, and I have looked at the keywords which are very very important from IR point of view, current affairs, again from science and technology point of view, again it could be in regards to the polity elsewhere wherever it's required, and then again in regards to SNT also we have looked at, and then in regards to welfare schemes, Aishman Bharat also we have looked at. So definitely it is very important that how we need to keep on focusing on the keywords, wherein you will be having a very good knowledge about how the questions can be framed. So you are linking with the conventional or the subjects or the topics with the contemporary issue, that is with the current issues. That what you are doing is actually you are connecting the conventional topics with the contemporary topics. Conventional with the contemporary topics. So what you need to do is, as I am making you into that mode of preparation, conventional topics you have to link with the contemporary topics. And when you are linking with the contemporary topics, what you need to, what you say, take it as a bridge between the conventional topics and contemporary topics are the keywords and the key phrases. So the keywords and the key phrases are the bridge between the conventional topics and the contemporary topics. Please do understand this strategy. If you use it, I bet that you will clear prelims with at ease sitting in the examination hall. And then Saket has also written, China is now a kind of Hamasra for Mr. Trump for elections. Definitely, he's eyeing at what you said, trade between US and China trade war which is going on. Siddhartha say that the question useful for 2022 exam. Yes, definitely. See, it's not that when you are attempting the prelims, that means the questions could not be only just from 8 to 12 months before the exams. Few of the question could date back even to a decade also. Never know, because they would be focusing on the background. When they are focusing on the background of the topic of the contemporary issue, not just 18 to 12 months or 12 to 24 months, but they would go back to even 5 years to 10 years also, few of the questions. So definitely this is very important. The way we are going ahead with, or my explanation will definitely help you out. I bet on this, my explanation will definitely help you out. And then what is important is the keywords and the key phrases. You need to keep them as a bridge between the conventional topics and then the contemporary topics. Sir, is Russia permanently excluded for G7 summit due to... Yes. Now that is what, apart from G8, now what you have is only G7. Earlier it was G8. Now it is only G7. It is. And those are nothing but the economic sanctions. Economic sanctions by the UN and the US. Economic sanctions by the UN and US. Srihari, to your question, economic sanctions because of Russia has taken over Crimea from the Ukraine. Then UN has gone ahead with the voting, and then UN along with the US have gone ahead with economic sanctions on Russia. Thereby, Russia was excluded from G8 and then it is now G7. And now again, but that was done by, what do you say, under Trump's predecessor, that is when Barack Obama was the US president. But now Trump wanted to invite even along with Australia, Russia, South Korea and India. Definitely the kind of foreign policy of Barack Obama and foreign policy of Trump are definitely, what do you say, apart. They are definitely apart. We have seen in regards to the Paris climate deal, he has pulled out of Trump. Fine. In regards to Iran nuclear deal, he has pulled out of it. So definitely the foreign policy is different from Barack Obama, Trump's predecessor, to Trump in regards to the 45th president of US, Trump. So that is what I was focusing on, the economic trade policy and then in regards to the foreign policy. When we are looking at in that respect, there is a possibility from, what do you say, the questions being framed for prelims from the IR point of view. So I think you are getting it. I think Srihari, you have got the answer. And I hope this session was very useful, informative, knowledgeable. And then please make sure that before you log off, you like the video, you share the video, you subscribe the Let's Crack UPSC CSE English channel, and you subscribe for 24 months using my code SBT10, that is Sandeep Bhushan Thummala 10, wherein you will get 10% discount while you subscribe 24 month subscription, and the discounted price would be just 43,200 for the entire 24 month subscription, but you will be paying only for 13 months. The amount you will be paying only for 13 months, but you will get the entire 24 month subscription when you use my code, that is SBT10, that is Sandeep Bhushan Thummala 10. You will get additional 10%. And if you haven't downloaded the Unacademy Learners app, please go ahead with downloading the Unacademy Learners app, wherein you will have the access for the Unacademy special classes, wherein you can have the access to the various courses by various educators. So you will also have the advantage here. And then Unacademy has also come up with a new channel, that is UPSC CSE English in 10 minutes. Please do have access. The way you are also having access to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English, do have access to UPSC CSE English 10 minutes. And the Telegram link for UPSC is the Let's Crack UPSC CSE English, is in regards to the Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. And Saket sir says, but sir, in my view, under Trump, US does not seems like a responsible world power. That is what. See, it all depends upon the ideology of the Democrats and then the Republicans. So definitely there will be a difference. When a Democrat is a president, when a Republican is a president, definitely there would be a difference. And we are seeing the difference. The world is experiencing the difference. Saket, yes, the world is experiencing the difference. Thank you so much, sir, for session, sir. Okay. So this is this sessions or not during Sundays? From Monday to Saturday, Sri Hari. Sunday, no. Sunday, no. From Monday to Saturday. And then thank you and all the best for your preparation. Who are going ahead with even 2020 and also 2021 also. All the best for you. And this is my Telegram link. This is my Telegram link. You can connect me to my Telegram link, that is t.me/Sandeep Bhushan SBT. No space. t.me slash Sandeep Bhushan SBT. So this is my Telegram link. You can, what do you say, connect me to this, and my WhatsApp number also is there, 9292003111. You can also pose your questions, any doubts in my WhatsApp number. You can also pose your questions, any doubts, that is 9292003111. 823. Okay. Political interest. Yeah, political interest. Thank you, sir, for your valuable support. Absolutely. I will be always for you all, definitely. And then again, see you at 10:15. 10:15 now, 10:15 a.m. I'll go ahead with the analysis of the trending editorials and article. Now again at 10:15 a.m. I'll take up another session. Please do make sure that you take the maximum benefit from my analysis of the trending, and this would be in-depth analysis, definitely in-depth analysis of the trending editorials and articles. Thank you very much, and all the best for your examinations. And do not forget to subscribe for 24 months using my code SBT10, Sandeep Bhushan Thummala 10. And then thank you all, and all the best for your preparation.